Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where today is the 6th and final day of the 2023 Gumball 3000. We're here on the grid in Budapest, Hungary. We've been driving all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland, and today we go to Montenegro driving in the 6th and final Shmeemobile. My AMG GT Black Series is here. Our plan has been successful. We've swapped cars on the grid every single night, and today, as you can tell, we're getting started early. Most of the Gumballers are still here because this is going to be a long one to the finish line. We have 1,047 kilometers, 650 odd miles, 1 kilometer less than day 3, but today we've got 4 big border crossings out of Hungary into Croatia, then we go into Bosnia, back into Croatia, I'll explain that one later, and then into Montenegro to the finish line in Porto Montenegro. It's going to be a very long day. Experience tells me what today is going to be like, so we wanted to have the short night, get started nice and early, get ready for the road, because today we're going to be at the finish line of the Gumball 3000 in the GT Black Series. Let's go! When we arrived here last night, this grid was absolutely unreal. The Gumballers, the crowds being right beside the river in the center of Budapest here. But as you can see, literally all of the cars are lined up here, ready and raring to head off shortly. The grid was just down there. This view is spectacular, and we have the GT Black Series for today. I've been looking forward to this. That car down there, which was the one that I initially revealed, saying what was coming before announcing we would do this with 6 different cars, a different car for each day. So let's get everything ready. The car is actually already loaded. The solar beam yellow is looking amazing, but we need to get this started, get out on the road, because it is going to be a very, very long one today. One that I'm very much looking forward to, because we will have some spectacular scenery. We've got a checkpoint down in Split in Croatia, but let's hop in and let's go. Our friends from Team 27 have Shmoo on the dashboard, their co-pilot, to join them for the route today as well. We are pulling out. The team van is now here, the Ford Transit Custom MSRT, our bright pink bus that has been joining us for this adventure. Now, the final slog, the road to the finish line. We get the thumbs up, good to go. So past the last cars up this way, couple from this gap just departed and set off together. We've got a few pretty awesome machines that have been driving on this year's Gumball 3000. Not the first time we've been to Budapest, but it has been absolutely insane. I don't think there's another way to describe what the reception and experience here has actually been like. Totally out of this world. The city has been so welcoming, and I can't wait to come back again in the future. But for now, just get everything comfortable. We're out on the road. It's Gumball 3000 time. Let's make our way for over 1,000 kilometers. That sounds ridiculous to say. Down towards Croatia and onto Montenegro in the last leg of this rally. This is about as spectacular as a tunnel entrance could ever be, but I'm not going to lie about it. I'm far too exhausted to give it the beans first thing in the morning, not to mention cold car, because we've literally just pulled out of the grid. So gentle. Easy for now, very easy for now. In fact, I've just realized the car's still in kilometers, miles even. I need to put it in kilometers. So, in this car, oh, this is the thing when you're hopping between all the different cars. I don't remember what's where. Is it in here? No, I know where it is. It's in this system. I'll get that changed in a second. Well, there hasn't really been very much to report. We're now 2 hours into the journey. Less than a kilometer in front of us is the border to Croatia. We haven't seen a single other Gumballer at all on this drive. We haven't had any fuel stops. We lost the pink van a while ago. I think it's about a kilometer behind us. And in theory, I guess around the corner here, we're going to have the border crossing over. I think there's a complete stop. Yeah, literally here. Okay, so Croatian roads now. Is that it? Is it that simple? I thought there was actually a crossing there, but apparently not. The other thing that's kind of relevant for later in the journey is that where I thought when we get further down from my previous experience back in 2016, you had to cross into Bosnia and back into Croatia, there's a bridge that opened less than a year ago that pops out from the mainland to the islands and then comes back in again to Croatia without having to do those crossings. So the only border crossing we actually have today that's going to be a nightmare is Montenegro. I didn't realize this was that simple. I'm kind of surprised. but not unhappy about it, because that makes life really easy. Like really, really, really easy. Okay, maybe there is some kind of booth, or maybe this is just literally a toll for the highways. I think it could be a toll for the highways. I don't know, we're gonna find out in a second, just see where this takes us. At the minute, it's trial and error, go with the flow. We've caught up with somebody, and it happens to be Mr. Mark McCann in the SVJ. We've driven with those guys quite a few times, actually, during this rally, which is an awful lot of fun. Rocking the roof box over the top of that crazy, crazy, crazy thing, and the rally lights and everything. So much effort to set it all up, and I think everybody on the rally appreciates that. Give them some pops and bangs. That was cool. Flames from the SVJ. We are through a first toll booth. Mark is off over there, and on the right is our first Croatian police officer. But I think there's no one in it. Empty car. Anyway, on we go. Well, we've just left the main motorway. You could say we have split from the main motorway onto the second motorway, which heads literally to Split. Yeah, bad joke, I know. That's where our checkpoint is today. Split is a place I've actually been a couple of times now. On Fuel Faction Ada, when I did that 7 years ago. On Supercar Owner's Circle, did we go to that area? We just certainly drove past. And today, of course, it's where we're going to have our lunch checkpoint, presumably with a pretty spectacular view. We're basically taking it easy now. A couple of cars have gone past because we're so far ahead of the pack, it's almost gone a little bit wrong. We'll arrive at the lunch stop at like the start, which isn't normal on Gumball. That's not how it normally works. It has quickly descended into chaos here. Have a look around. We've got loads of Gumball cars. Huracan over that way. We've got the SL and the AMG GTR, a couple of crew cars around as well. And we've just fueled up both of ours, and I'm getting everything ready all at once. Need to get this, turn off the music. This is absolute chaos. I've got a bag. Wipers are going for some reason. Forgot to clean the windscreen, but we'll leave that until the next one because now we need to go. So let's make our way out of here. Slide on round and that way. Follow Mark. The slightly amusing thing right now is that if you can see in the mirror, we actually have a police car with us back there, chilling alongside Mark in the Aventador. I don't know really what the deal is. I think we're in a 130 now, I think. We had a national sign. This is one of those, I don't know, police cars coming past us. We can follow him and go at his speed. That'd be quite fun. Let's pull out. GT3, Novatec 812. And then the 812 GTS as well. Well, I'm in the passenger seat right now, and I'm stepping out on a Croatian motorway. Yes, we've left a little gap because we're here with the van. Brad's on the roof, it's in the back. We're not really going anywhere, everyone's getting out. A little bit of a, they've got a Shmee flag on the car behind. In fact, there's more Gumball cars back there. Quite a few in the traffic jam. None of us are going anywhere. It's very static. There's an accident a bit ahead of us. Not what we want for the day. This looks nice though. A tiny bit later and we're getting ready to go. Woo! Gumballers incoming. Huracan Evo Spider. Turbo S Cab. Those guys clearly together. They are often seen on the road, one after the other. Look at that straight. If it was open, it'd be very tempting to pop the foot down. Look at this place. Look back over there. Obviously we're near towards the sea. You've got all of these areas of islands and water coming through, and I imagine going over this crest it's going to look pretty special. Also, I've driven this bit of highway in the Zenvo before. We went out on the island of Pag and then came back after taking the ferry along a nice coastal road which joined this motorway at the previous junction. So we drove down here in the evening with flamethrower fireballs out the back of that thing. It was here that it melted my license plate, number plate, down this stretch of road. And the scenery all around us, pretty much everywhere we go here, is absolutely unreal, to be honest. It's going to get even better when we get out towards the sea. Very exciting day. We are now in Split, Croatia. It's happened very quickly. I'm back at the wheel, but we're only a kilometre from the grid here. This is, of course, a very well-known town on the coast. We're going to have this grid set up for our checkpoint for our lunch, I think down right in the harbour. And we'll see what it's going to be like. I'm not expecting this to be a particularly packed grid, not like the last stops we've had in Ljubljana and in Budapest, but it's wonderful also to be getting here quite early in the day, because a lot of the times we're quite far back, to be honest, making videos, all the stuff that happens along the way. And actually, if you drive towards the front, you have generally less chaos anyway. Fewer police cars, fewer people stopping you everywhere, fewer things going on that just make it all take ages. These guys definitely want a bit of a rev. Mission accomplished. I think we have found our grid. This is the place we're coming to. This is it. Welcome to the Gumball grid in Split, where we have some very squeaky brakes now on the AMG GT Black Series. But there are actually more people here than I thought right now, based on the social content we'd seen. That's quite fun. He knew which car we were coming from. How you doing? Nice one. Okay, let's go through. Gumball cars that are already in. Let's find our way through here. So, where are we going to be parked up? On the right-hand side. This grid has quickly got really quite exciting. Look, we've got the flares going off here from Harry Pinero's car. We've got the Huracan Technica coming in. We've just had confetti cannons going up. V10's always down. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. We're going to go pretty shortly. The grid has really hotted up here. It's kind of like a rolling lunch stop, if you will. We've had lunch up there on the terrace, which has been pretty nice. Just taking loads of photos, saying hello to everyone, because this is the last checkpoint. From here, when we leave, it's onwards to the finish line. Literally, that's going to be it. That's going to be our journey to the end, to the final stop of the Gumball 3000. It's time to try and reverse out through the crowd here. You can hear Mark's SVJ already fired up, but we want to go hit the road and squeeze out and then try and make my way through this crowd in front of us.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, we can squeeze through here now. Let's go, last stage. Make this crack. Okay, that's enough for now.
Yeah, buddy!
Right, out we roll then. The van should be somewhere around this end, I believe, with the Gumball team cars. This must be the way we go. I can't see any other way from here. Yes, there we go. We have our support van. That is definitely the very notable sound of an Aventador. After this week, I'll be very happy to not hear an Aventador going wah-bang, wah-bang for a little bit, because it's quite intense. Fun, very fun, especially in tunnels, but very, very intense. Anyways, around we go, past the port. Look at this. There are some nice yachts here, over there. That's a big one. Pretty place, Croatia. So many nice spots you find yourselves in when you're driving around this country. And we've still got the coastal road to go, which is going to be beautiful on our way down towards the border to Montenegro. Plus this new bridge. We're going to drive over the new bridge. And then it's the finish line of Gumball 3000. Coming up soon. Turns out the view down over Split is really quite impressive as we head on the highway back up the hill towards the main motorways down the coast to Montenegro. This is a very welcome surprise, but we have a nice little road up and over the hill here before the bridge. I think this is basically the direction to Dubrovnik if you're heading south. But this is going to go up high and then drop us down towards the other side, towards the islands. We can have a bit of fun while we're making our way up through these rock formations. Check this out, how cool is this? What a place to be. Pops and bangs, wait for the guys behind. Obviously the MSRT van is not best suited to driving twisty passes. That's where supercars are going to kind of leave it a little bit for dead. So if I keep running away, I mean, they'll catch up eventually, right? Look at this, look at the way it just snakes up through the hills. That's really cool. We've popped over the top, and that down there is the new bridge, which takes you out to the island route to keep within Croatia rather than having to go through Bosnia, which just makes the whole thing significantly easier. This is totally crazy. Just the different scenery we've seen on this route, from being at Lake Como to being up in the Swiss Alps to being, you know, around all of these different places. And now we pop and bang as this thing comes through the hills. We're making the most of this opportunity to take some really cool photos. We've actually been across this bridge already a couple of times. A bunch of other gumballers have just gone past. Behind me is obviously the SVJ, and then we've got the van behind that. So yeah, look at this. Brand new bridge, beautiful weather, sun glaring off the sea out there. This is spectacular. Back in the passenger seat, but look at this. Obviously heading towards sunset, heading towards the border to Montenegro, which will be our 12th country of the day. But these roads just sweep back and forth. We've lost everybody behind us at the moment, but the way this just goes through is such a perfect way to kind of conclude this rally with some lovely, lovely roads. We've seen very few gumballers though. When we were at the bridge, a couple came past, but look, you're always looking down towards the water, and then as we go around the corner, probably the views open up again. Well, even if they don't, and we're just going through the rocks, it's still not too bad. Really cool scenery. What a setting. Look at this, wait for it, wait for it. Wow, wow. That's incredible. Oh, my word. Not a bad way to come towards the end of the rally. Well, it started to drizzle, but we are now around Dubrovnik. Again, just everywhere we go is so pretty out here. Same style of bridge. I mean, look at that view. About that side, down over the, went to the valley almost. It's crazy. It's such a beautiful place. Look at the sun on the hill up here. That's mega. But also, there's a big rainbow where we're headed, in fact. Chase that, and the pot of gold is the finish line in that direction. There's good news and there's bad news. Bad news first, traffic jam. And, okay. That's a friend, so we'll let it off. But that's not cool. The good news is that we're at the border to Montenegro. Hey, he's going as well. Can we go past? Are we all being waved past?
Waving.
Yeah? I guess we're going past then. The trucks are queuing for freight access, and we are car access. Oh my gosh. Oh my golly gosh. Where's the car lane? Oh, that was actually like the right thing to do. Huh. We just spent ages waiting there. We're at the border, as you can see. So this is where we have been told that we need our passports, car reg doc, insurance, green card, all sorts of other things, and hopefully we can go through, and the guys are just making some plans. So fingers crossed, this is going to be easy. Some gumballers have had some interesting stories. In fact, one gumballer up ahead of us, to get through the border, was told that if they gave their Gumball 3000 t-shirt to the border crossing, they could go through and then literally shed photos with us of driving on the other side with no t-shirt on. It worked. I am being absolutely blinded by my own light, but this is Montenegro. It's taken us, I want to say, an hour and a half to get through the two borders, leaving Croatia and then entering Montenegro. But now we have a short run down to the ferry to then cross in the dark. Sadly, it's dark before we arrive in the harbour. But hey, This was the only way we could do it. A lot more cars than they're used to at that border crossing in an evening. And yeah, it's life. It's part and parcel of the fun. So down here, nav and data hasn't yet connected, and hopefully this is going to be plain sailing. Literally sailing, ferry, coming soon. See what I did there? As you can't really see at the moment, this is the Bay of Kotor, probably pronouncing it wrong. And on the other side is where we need to go, because it takes an extra kind of 45 minutes to drive around. Or somewhere just up here, there's a ferry. Obviously, it's just a kind of loop, and it's a really, really spectacular place. It's honestly stunning, one of the coolest places I've ever been in my entire life. And we're probably going to have something to do with that coming up soon. But for the time being, that's the ferry. Yeah, there's a ferry. You guys probably can't see through the rain and the dark, but there is a ferry just up there. And we join this lane to go and get in the queue. And I believe it costs €5 or something like that. And we can hopefully go straight on. This has all quickly descended into some kind of chaos, to be expected, but I think we're going to be able to go on. We are literally at the very back. So if I can squeeze through, then we'll be able to get the Aventador and the van on. But we need to be properly squeezed in here to the side to make sure that this is going to work. I think like that. That seems about right. Aventador is on. Yes, Aventador is on, and van is on. That's going to be it. That's literally it. We're the last 3 cars in. Wow, that's lucky. I've just got out of the car and we're already moving. They don't mess around at all. Literally, put the back up. We're sailing across the other side on a ferry full of Gumball cars. I don't know how many, but I would not want this ferry to sink right now. There are definitely a couple of £1 million worth of supercars on here at the moment. No quicker than we've just got on, we're already getting off. That happened very, very, very fast. Obviously, stop the music. We want to try and drive as a trio, so we will squeeze our way out of here and make this work for the last leg to the grid. I think those guys must all be grouping to go over the finish line together, because we are now less than a kilometre away. It's less than 1 kilometre to the finish line of this rally, 500 metres. So where do we even go? I was hoping it would be quite obvious. It's not quite obvious. Maybe we turn right here? Do we turn right here? Alrighty. Gotta be done. It's gotta be done. That sounds pretty aggressive. This is it. Oh, check this out with the digital screens. And what we're about to witness is going to be really cool with that. Like, really cool. And what Mark actually has planned here. Table with a Union Jack, with cutlery and everything, Aventador, tow hook, rope. You can probably see where this is about to go. This is about to be absolutely ridiculous, but I'm totally down for watching this. Yeah. Not seen this before. This has never been done on Gumball before. The table, the Lambo, all of this lovely fine stuff at the table. Filming also for the Gumball socials here as well. In the rain. I don't know why we're doing this, but we are. It is attached down there. How's this going to go?
We're going to find out. The most relaxing thing I've ever had.
Okay, that's going to be really loud. Whoa! Whoa! It worked! It actually worked! Here we go, through the finish line. This is literally it. We are through. The table is, of course, in the way. Should I give it a gentle nudge?
Can we make some noise? One, the only My friend, you have made it here. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Do you know what? This has been an absolutely epic Gumball. Thank you to everyone who's here at the finish line. We've been through so much. We've made this even more complicated by swapping cars every single day, a different car for each leg of this Gumball 3000. But do you know what? The fans along the way have been amazing. The Gumballers have been amazing. You guys have been amazing. All of the team, all of the crew, Max, everyone from Gumball has made this the most epic of epic rallies. It's time to go. Thanks, everyone. Cheers, dude.
Thank you very much.
Legend. That's it. The end of the grid. It's time to go and get parked up, to roll out and head onwards to the hotel for tonight. The end of the 2023 Gumball 3000. That is absolutely insane. Wow. The Porto Montenegro sign. We are literally in the port of Montenegro. Oh my gosh, there are some very nice yachts here. Like some really nice yachts. So where do they park us? We drive down here. These yachts are genuinely ridiculous. They're not even yachts, they're like floating mansions. Massive things. Should probably go a little bit faster. Get down towards the end where we're, oh my gosh, the one in front of us over there. Can't really see it because it's so dark, but that thing, that is a behemoth of a boat. We're parked up, and despite the rain, despite this evening's weather, that brings to an end the most fabulous of journeys. There's still more to come. Firstly, something here, then home ball. What happens next? We're not just flying home back to England. We're going to be taking this on a follow-up journey that's actually even longer than Gumball 3000. Even more to come of the journey back. We had Go Ball at the beginning to Edinburgh. We're going to have home ball home from Porto Montenegro. This has been a long, long day. In fact, it's now 11:30 at night. We left at 8 a.m. this morning. 15 and a half hours, 1,047 kilometers, probably a little bit more by the time we've had some extra stops. The GT Black Series is here. People along the way have been amazing. You guys are epic. The Gumballers are epic. Max and the team at Gumball 3000 are epic. What an amazing journey for what's been my 9th Gumball 3000. That's it for now though. Thank you very much for watching as some of the other cars come rolling through now to pack up for the night, to park up, to bring things to a close. The end of an amazing time on the road. That's it for now though. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for plenty more of Gumball 3000 to come, and I'll see you then. Cheers.